to CHD 120, your online class. This is a short recording that'll explain the Blackboard site and some things that are specific to this class. So here's the announcements page. Under the announcements page, you'll see some different things. Sometimes I get emails or I see articles that are really interesting that I will post here. Sometimes people call me because they're hiring and I'll post that kind of stuff here. So right now, here's your welcome announcement as well as assignments that you should look at early. The anecdotal observation for week 7, the observation of the preschool classroom for week 12. There's another observation. They're ones that you're not going to be able to just open up on Saturday night and do those real quickly. So it's something to keep in mind that those are going to take a little bit more time. So the buttons over here on the left take you to different parts of the Blackboard site. That's the announcements page. The Start Here page explains some things about the Blackboard site. This is a little video about me, different things about J. Sargent Reynolds as well as the Virginia Community College system expectations for online learners. The syllabus is a contract, so you want to read the syllabus very carefully. Let me open it up. It gives you the course objectives. Read the course objectives for the courses that you take, because that is what you will be able to do once you finish the course. It'll give you some idea about the things that might be on quizzes, as well as the types of assignments that you're going to have to do. The attendance, distance learning attendance is measured by submitting assignments. So you need to submit assignments in order to be counted as present. The Virginia Community College policy is that any student who is not contacted the instructor, submitted an assignment, or come to class by the 15% mark, which is in this case September 7th, I think, will be dropped from the class. At the 60% mark, which is the withdraw with a W, you could be involuntarily withdrawn if you have disappeared from the class. And what that means is a W will be on your transcript instead of a grade. Assignments are due on Thursdays and Saturdays. So all the assignments are due on Saturday night by midnight. On Thursday, your initial discussion board assignment is due. That's so that you don't get there on Saturday night and no one else has been on the discussion board, so you can't comment to other people. It's very frustrating. So try to get your initial response on the discussion board done early, and that way by Saturday you'll have other people that you can respond to. Assignments are due when they're due. They are accepted up to a week late. At that week point, the assignment buttons go off and the assignments are no longer accepted. If they're late, there's a 20% actually penalty. That just means instead of an A, you're going to get a B because you took more time to turn your assignment in than anybody else. There's 1,500 possible points at the end of the semester, and so the grading scale looks like this. 90% is 1350, and that's still an A. 80% is 1200, that's a B. 70% is a C. 60% is a D, and less than that is not a passing grade. For all of your CHD, EDU, and psychology classes, you need to get at least a C for it to count towards graduation. In the Blackboard site, in the grade center, it does tell you how many points possible, how many points you have, what that percentage is. That number is sometimes wrong because it only counts things that are already graded. So come the end of the semester, if you take off the last few weeks and don't turn anything in, then those are as if they never existed. So that, and they do exist, so that that percentage in the grade center is incorrect. So you want to make sure that you always go back to the syllabus to see how your points are calculated, and you can watch them add up through the course of the semester. Of course, we expect students to do their own work. We want you to be respectful of each other, especially online, in emails and on the discussion board. And confidentiality is important. So don't talk about a child in your class or a family that you're working with on the discussion board, because that would not be maintaining confidentiality. If you have a disability, here's the contact information for the Office of Accommodations, and they will give you a piece of paper that you can send to me if you need special accommodations. If the rentals is closed due to a power failure or inclement weather, your assignment in your online class is still due. If you don't have power, just let me know. If the college doesn't have power, there's a chance you might not have power either. I will take that into consideration. This is a checklist, so all the assignments that are due are listed on here for each week. Like I said, the original discussion board post is due on Thursday and everything else is due on Saturday. I would print this off and use it as a checklist, check them off so that I make sure that I turn everything in. Sometimes there are two discussion boards instead of an assignment and a discussion. So that way it helps you keep track of that. The learning units link here is all of your assignments divided by week. You click on here. If there's a folder like this, it means that there's something in the folder. When you click on it, you see a piece of paper. There's nothing in there. That's the end of it. So here are the objectives for the week, how the objectives fit in with the course level objectives, what you should read, the discussion board assignment. There's another folder. That means you can open it up. This one's a quiz. So if you click on the quiz, it asks you if you're sure you want to begin. You click begin. And it's multiple choice and probably some fill in the blank or short answer. You have to save and submit, or I can't see it. You have to always hit save or submit in Blackboard for anything to show up. To submit an assignment, you go to the assignment button, click on that. So there's a place that you can type. If you type your assignment in here, the formatting does get all messed up. And if something happens while it's linking to Blackboard, then it's lost forever. So it's better to type your assignments out in a Word document, save them to your computer, then browse your computer, find the assignment, and link that file. Of course, you always want to hit submit. It'll show you it's generating here what you actually turned in, how much it's worth, and then I'll show you what it looks like in the Grade Center. The discussion board, there's a few discussions. Let's see. So let's just click on one. You read it. You're going to post your answer to the question as well as comment to at least 2 other people. So when you open it up to post your link, you create a thread. So create a thread. Now here's a place that you can type. The opposite is true in the discussion board. You can attach a file, but what I find is if people that are reading it have to go through the extra step of opening your file, then they don't read what you said. So it's really better just to type in here. Now if it's going to take you 2 hours to figure out what you want to say, then you're going to get timed out and you're going to lose your work. So type in here. You have to put a subject in, hit submit. In order to read what somebody else has read, you open it up, you can hit reply. It's the same form here. Type in your reply, hit submit again, and there it is. Contact your professor is all of my contact information that is on the syllabus as well. Student help button shows you a lot of links and resources for you as a student. In course tools, you'll find a place where you can email me. You can email everyone else in your class. You can email certain people in your class or the whole class. You can look at the roster, who's in the class, and here's the Grade Center. So when you click on my grades, your Grade Center comes up. If you've submitted something but it's not yet graded, there's a circle that's green with an exclamation mark in it. That means it's there, I see it, but it's not graded yet. If you, once it's graded, you'll see the grade and this little conversation bubble here. If you click on it, you can see any comments that I made about what you turned in. The bottom one here is the checklist. that was on the bottom of the syllabus. It's an easier way to print it out so that, like I said, you can check things off and make sure that you get everything turned in. So I'm looking forward to this semester with you. Just let me know if you have any questions or concerns. If you have any questions about assignments or anything else, call me at my office. Leave me a message if I'm not there, and I will return your phone call during my next scheduled office hours. Email is the best way to reach me because I can find my emails. I pick them up anywhere, and I will email you back as soon as I can. Thanks.